Why are my daffodils not blooming? And this is Tim from Markeson, Wisconsin. He said he lets the leaves die back naturally every year, Celeste. So he's actually doing the right thing there.
Yes.
All right. So why are they not blooming?
Well, that's a tough question.
Tough
So
question.
I'm gonna kind of lay out all the options,
lay it out.
and then
Let's lay it
then
out.
see if he can kind of pick through these to see if any of these fit his situation.
All right, let's do it.
So number one, we could be in too low light of a situation. Okay. So sometimes we'll plant plants and they had plenty of light when we initially planted them, but as things mature and grow, right, then shade conditions, sun shade conditions can change. So maybe they're getting more shade than they used to, and so maybe that is an issue with why they're not blooming. Okay.
I can follow that.
The second thing that came to mind is depth. Maybe they are too deep. Now, sometimes I see more often that bulbs are pushed up and they become too shallow over time from the freeze and thaw of the ground, and they can slowly push bulbs up to the top.
That's good.
But then at the same time, maybe consider, has there been any construction? Has there been any land movement, any disturbance? Have you created a new bed? Have you added mulch on top of them for 2, 3, 4 years in a row, and now they are 6 to 8 inches deeper than they were before? So depth could be an issue, maybe too deep, maybe too shallow. So let's check on those. Ideally for daffodils, because daffodils have different size bulbs depending on what type you have, you want them to be planted 2 to 3 times their height deep. Okay, so use that kind of as the gauge. The other thing that I was going to throw out there is I'm not sure if they have been there a long time or are they newly planted. Newly planted bulbs can take a few years to really kind of start initiating a really good bloom display. Or if you dug them up from another location, split them up and planted them in a new spot, sometimes that can push them back a few years. So those would be my go-tos.
Can I add another one?
Yes.
Could they be crowded?
Yeah, they could be overcrowded. Maybe they need to be thinned. Certainly.
So maybe you need to dig them out and divide them up.
Yeah.
Put them back in the ground.
And let them kind of rejuvenate. But again, when you divide them up, then expect a year, a couple years of play there before they're nice and thick again.